The maid deliberately swayed her hips within the man's view. Just as expected, he was instantly captivated. He slowly moved closer, coming up behind her. Just 10 minutes earlier, John had eagerly put on his VR headset, ready to play. Nearby, the maid Jenny was on her hands and knees, cleaning the floor. Suddenly, John realized his VR headset was malfunctioning. The only thing he could see was Jenny right in front of him. Startled by his sudden attention, Jenny flinched. She then crawled to another area to continue her cleaning. Seizing the moment, John quietly removed the headset. He stood behind Jenny, his gaze locked onto her alluring figure. He then began to inch closer, intent on initiating some playful interaction. At that very moment, his younger brother George discovered them. Faced with George's suspicious look, John attempted to concoct a flimsy excuse, but the clever George wasn't fooled. He pulled John aside into a room. There, he sternly warned John to watch his conduct. He forbade any improper involvement with their maid, Jenny. John persisted with his deceitful defense. He lied, claiming he had been fully immersed in his VR game. He insisted he hadn't even noticed Jenny was there. Then, he hurried away in a flustered state. George could only shake his head in dismay, watching him leave. Later, John returned to his room only to find Jenny kneeling on the floor, organizing his belongings. His eyes were drawn to her captivating posture. Once again, he found himself drawn toward her. Jenny, sensing his presence, jumped in alarm. She sharply demanded to know what he was doing. John repeated his fabricated story. He claimed he was still following his VR game's character. He said he had simply wandered into the room by accident. He acted oblivious to Jenny's presence there. With a dismissive sway of her hips, Jenny scoffed at his obvious lie. An angry John then ordered her out of the room immediately. But in a swift move, Jenny snatched the VR headset from his hands. She wanted to see this captivating game for herself. To her surprise, the headset's display was completely blank. The truth was now clear to Jenny. John had been lying the entire time.